Hello, my name is DC. I'll be giving a match analysis for Dortmund versus Mamelodi Sundowns. Or should I say Mamelodi Sundowns versus Dortmund? Great game, lots of goals, and also an African team. The African teams have been performing very well in the Club World Cup. Otherwise, let's get into it. As we can see, not much wrong. Dortmund are trying to. I don't know. I didn't really watch this particular moment, but let's just play it out. Yeah. Here you see, that's a lovely turn. He was looking that way, and then he is looking that way within a second. So that's a lovely turn, and he's been given a lot of space because he can just run through, pass it through here. He plays it, boom, and then this is a problem because let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 7, 8. So which we are going to assume 9 and 10 are the centre backs that are here. At this point, there are so many players behind the ball, and then there's I can see this space. It is so big, such a big piece of space. He try at this point, I think, just start dropping back because if you get beaten, you're gone. So you might as well track back, wait for them to get close, then maybe you try and do something. But yeah, he just tries to go in too early. Boom, he gets past him. And then now this causes a very big problem because we've already identified there are about 8 players on this particular. There are 8 players that are just, in this area. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of them are already behind the halfway line. They're already past the halfway line. So I get they're trying to press, but I don't think it was an active press. I think they're just moving forward. And then this is what I like. Look at he takes a big touch, but the Dortmund player here, no reason at all to perform this light tackle. Another instance where if he just struck back because he still has time. At this point, the ball isn't as dangerous. What's dangerous is the space. He could have just struck back and try and cover this center with both players just trying to avoid the player moving through centrally. But no, he made the decision to tackle, and I'm sure he regrets it. So now, just like that, 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. Well, because the way Dortmund was set up and that brilliant turn, that's what leads to this whole thing happening. Also, the Dortmund defenders, for no reason at all, just deciding to I don't know slide in or challenge for the ball when they could have just dropped back. And here, 1-on-1 to the keeper, not much the keeper can really do. That's a lovely finish. All right, let's head on to the next goal of the match. It's somewhere here. Yeah. All right. So this is Dortmund's goal, playing out the back. Nothing necessarily nothing necessarily wrong. Oof, almost like a tongue twist or something. All right. So one thing I noticed during the other part is that this keeper just takes one look. He looks, he sees, and then as he receives the ball, he does not put his head up again. He keeps his head down. So there's this assumption that this guy is still here. He is there to try and pressure the ball. Because look at this, boom. He just plays it and nothing much you can do. It's a one-touch finish. Go. Just like that in the back of the net. Because I want to show you, this is the angle I was talking about. So, yeah, so look at him. As the ball is played into him, right? Look what happens. Do you see his head? His head, he's already, he's taken, so this is his line of sight, right? So he's taken one look and just assumed that Mamelodi Sundowns player is where he is. Because as we saw in the other one, that Dortmund player made the run and then he blocked off that pass and intercepted it. So at this point, the keeper was supposed to take that. He was just supposed to hold it for a bit. Oh, but again, he's getting pressured. So yeah. But at this point, when you're playing out the back, no one should just kick it out because yeah, I think this is where the problem started. I really do think it is. Anyway, let's head on to the next one. All right, so I don't know. I don't think this is a foul. I really don't think so. Even though I'm just seeing it from here, I don't think it's a foul. He probably just loses the ball. Dortmund quick on the counter. Guirassy has it. And now at this point, everyone's focus is on the ball, which is usually a good thing, but then again, when all eyes are here, it allows for 1, 2, 3 to make the best out of that chance. Anyway, let's play through. Girassi, he gets it and then he moves it forward. Because at this point, if you're this close, you might as well like put in the shot, especially him. He's in the best position, but I can understand why he hesitates. Because let's see, and Girassi plays it. If he eventually plays it to the player that's running forward there, which is okay because he's that type of player that likes he passes it to someone, he runs in the box, and then he heads it because Girassi is very good at hitting the ball. Boom, he plays it, and then Girassi here, unmarked. He has tons of space, but the player has to reach the ball first. So Mamelodi Sundowns do have time to get that ball. But now at this point, yeah, it's just because his attention is with the ball, he's not aware, and to be honest, it's a 2-on-1 situation here. It's a difficult thing. Yes, so at this point, you just have to. I don't know. There's that thing that defenders do. Where they're able to like. This is why it's so important. Physical touch is important in football because when you touch someone, you get that reference of where they are, and you're able to make proper challenges and things like that. When you are able to touch, and then you're able to see because you touching that player is a reference point. So as the cross comes in, nothing much he could do because and that's Girassi. He's very good at headers, but there's nothing much he could do because he was outnumbered. It was either Girassi or this other player. But the way Girassi jumped to that and just to show that this is mine, this is mine. Very incredible goal. Nothing the goalkeeper could do too. But all stems from the foul or the interception from the ball, and since it's on a counter, it's very difficult for people to defend, and yeah, it's otherwise that's a good header though. Let's not take away from that. Should be next goal is somewhere here. All right, so Dortmund once again going behind. Boom, they take it. Giras, okay, let's just let it play forward, and I want you to notice something. Cross. At this point, it's like the second time it's happened where a cross has been played in and then Girassi is running in, similar to that other goal, but except it's not a header and it does not lead directly to a goal. Keeper does parry it, but at this point you're supposed to help the keeper. If the keeper makes a save, the next touch should the next phase should either be a block or just a clearance just to help out the keeper, but unfortunately that doesn't happen. He traps it, and then the way he approaches the ball, he just, I don't know, there's just something about it. Because I feel as if he Alright, so the player with the died here, I think, yeah, I think okay, so what he was trying to do, he was trying to take the ball on his head, take it forward, play it with his feet, and probably run. But at that point, I don't think that's possible. I think, yeah, he misjudges it, and also Girassi is quite tall. He is probably going to reach to the ball quicker because of his height, and if he adds a little jump, then you would. So at this point, I think it would be better just standing. Stand close to him. If the ball drops, just be there to confuse him. Just do not. I don't know if this is Gurasi or Joe. I think this is Bellingham. Oh no, I think that's Bellingham. I really do think it is. And yeah, but he's still taller. He traps it, and then he's managed to pull off that volley unmarked. Okay, he does try. He does try, but yeah, he does try. It gets deflected, and keeper here. I do think he could be a bit more central. I don't see why. I don't see why he's here. I really don't see why. If he's central and the ball goes into the corners, we can understand. But if he's central here, he's able to pick up any shots that I don't know why he stands here. Questionable. Very, very questionable. Otherwise, I think he could have done better. He could have just stuck with the player rather than trying to play it forward before the ball even reaches. But still, it's a good volley from Bellingham, the younger one. Yeah, and another goal. And then the way he falls down is because he gets a deflection on it. He just it deflects. He knows that maybe it could have led to something better. But at that point there's not much you can do. Not much you can do there. Alright, let's head on to the next goal. Is 205. Alright, somewhere here. And I've chosen this angle specifically. It's not that I don't want to analyze this, but I just want to show how cruel football can be. Because look at the effort from the Mamelodi Sundowns player. Look at it. He's looking at that ball. He is looking at it. He is running. He wants to get a block on that. He really does want to get a block. And then the Dortmund player here, this is initially supposed to be a cross. It is. It's a cross. But unfortunately, football can be so cruel such that positive effort can lead to a negative outcome. He ran there to make sure he got a block on that, but unfortunately ends up in his own goal. But you know what? We'll give him A for the effort because he was trying to clear that. Otherwise, I'm sure that must be hurtful. But you are trying your best, but it just doesn't go to plan. Alright, so this one I won't explain much. High line, space, quality deliverer of the ball, people facing the ball, but yet also have to, yeah, okay, I'm not going to do any more errors, but everyone here is facing the ball. And you know what? I think they're better. And then look at the way the Dortmund players are standing. If they were on the other side, if they were standing on the other side, because here you're just allowing players to run at you, because what others would do, they'll take a few steps forward, they move. But if you're on the other side, like him, he's good because he can just shrug him off with the shoulder. But him, he's only looking at the ball. He's not looking behind him. He's also not looking behind him. He's also not looking behind him. So you're better off bit deeper. So as you're rushing forward, you're trying to you're trying to get the ball to that way rather than you're running to this way, stuff like that. All right, so let's play. It's a lovely clip ball, and exactly that's one thing, because the whole point of this high line is to try and play offside. But for some reason, every time this happens, people are always onside and they are running towards their own goal. And they always forget to mark the people they were closest to. It's a lovely clip ball. Mamelodi Sundowns player gets onto it. He heads it. It hits the post. But fortunately enough, the rebound, he puts it in. Let me just play it back a bit. We just have to admire that. Try again. We'll pause it here. He's unmarked. Once again, the same thing happens. Anyway, it's not my lucky day. Boom. That's a good header. We are not trying to play with, copyright laws, and we're not playing with that day. Boom. Nothing much the keeper can do. Nothing the keeper can do. All right, so this is actually very good from Mamelodi Sundowns because he's played his teammate into a lot of problems. Because 1, 2, 3. Yes, there is an option here, but he's also there to intercept. So this is a terrible position to be in if you're him, because any loose touch, the ball is gone. Any loose touch, the ball is gone. And then if you look at this, let's just use. You've seen this. I don't know the different shades. We use that as our reference point. So these are the different shades, right? What do you notice about this? What's the reference point here? This is where majority of the Dortmund players are. They're in this. So once you get if you intercept it and you play a ball forward, you have taken out this entire line. You've taken them out. They're going to run back, but you've taken most of them out. And loose touch, just like that, he's been intercepted. Just like that, he's been intercepted. That's how easy it can be, but his teammate played him into trouble. He really did play him into trouble. Because, yeah, 3 players around him, and he didn't take the best of touches. Leads to this brilliant counter-attacking situation. He takes the ball. He is very much onside, because if you look at where his leg is and where his leg is, you can even tell by the difference of the dots I've drawn. Yeah, one is ahead of. He's playing him onside, and because of the way that you see, every Dortmund plays behind the ball because they're trying to build up. But yeah, oof. Look at that. This is the pass he plays, lovely. I do like how he takes it. Boom, that's a lovely pass. One touch to set himself up, other touch for a goal, but once again it's skipping. I don't know if it's, should I say, buffering or skipping. Let's let it, yeah, so now we can, oh no, alright, so I think this will give us a better, no, I want to use the other angle. Because once, like I've said, we're not trying to play with copyright. We are trying to be. So it's the way he sets himself up. Boom, goal. And this at this point was at the 89th minute. So they did give the Dortmund fans a scare. I saw some of the Dortmund fans. Like, these are the Dortmund fans. Look at hands in head, hands in head. I think he's a Mamelodi Sundowns fan. Yeah, Cobble trying to ask for offside, but it really wasn't. It really wasn't. We'll try and look for another angle. Yeah, just like he's put his teammate into pressure because this is, you can tell this is designed for him to lose the ball. And then terrible touch, quickly intercepted, just like that. And at this point, if he takes one big touch, boom. Oh, it's actually close touches that he took. But at this point, yeah, I mean, you know, he's really just like that. They've taken out the whole. I don't know if it's not rest defense, but he's just taken out the whole line of players there. 1-on-1 with the keeper. I do like his composure. Oh no, but come on. One touch here. He sets himself up. The goalkeeper. Not much you could do. It's a 1-on-1 situation. Boom, goal. Otherwise, this was a very, very good match, very interesting. Big ups to Mamelodi Sundowns for representing Africa. They lost, but they went down fighting, and maybe with less errors, they probably would have won the match. But otherwise, kudos to Mamelodi Sundowns. And you know what? I do hope they even just reach the knockout phases because they're playing very entertaining football. Otherwise, that's been my match analysis of this match. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.